All right, so today, my sweet kiddos, we're going to be learning the 5 W words that we ask when reading a story or a passage. So by show of hands, raise your hands, don't speak out loud. Who already knows the 5 W words that we asked? Does anybody know? Yeah, W words that we asked. You know, Shondarius?
What?
What? Okay, what's one? All right, so what? Good job. What's another word, Shondarius? How? Nope, not how. How's not a W word. Who? Good job. So who, what? So we have 2. So we need 3 more. Maddox? Oh, that's okay. Okay, not Chastity. I'm sorry. I'm not looking at Chastity. Marley. Lynn, good job. Now Chastity. You forgot? That's okay. What was one? Why? Good job. We have 1 more left. What is it? Do you know? Where? Good job. Y'all are awesome. That's okay. All right, let's listen. We're going to have turns. All right, guys. So the 5 W's are who, what, when, where, and why. So when we're reading a story, we say, who's the story about? What's the story about? When is the story taking place? Where is the story taking place? And why is it being told, right?
Yeah.
All right, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be making a 5 W's map. So we're going to read the Frog Prince and the 3 little pigs. And the first one is the Frog Prince, and I'm going to hand out y'all the story. And we're going to read it together, and we're going to make our 5 W's map. So we're going to do a backstory. It is a class. And then when we do the 3 little pigs, I'm going to read that one to y'all. And then y'all are going to get into partners, and y'all are going to make y'all's own 5 W's map, okay? All right, so I'm going to first pass out this. Do we have a question, Shondarius? Yes, sir. It does have a princess. We're about to read it, okay? And I only have a few of these. Hold on. Listen, let's listen to the directions. I only have a few of these, so you might have to share with your neighbor, okay? So I'm going to pass these out. Y'all share one. Y'all are going to share one. You want to move right there so y'all can share one? Look, y'all can look at it just like that together, okay? Huh? I'm just going to go ahead and pass them out really fast, okay? Let's see. Brayden, you want to come sit right here so y'all can share one? And y'all share one? Yes, Maddox. Y'all, let's be quiet. While I pass these out, okay? Yes. You want to share with DJ? Okay. Do you want to come sit over here? Come sit over here. Okay. All right. Well, come sit. You want to sit by him too? All right. Let's see where we can sit. Hold on. Yeah, you come sit here. You and Chastity and Leah, you come over here. And you share here. And you want to come sit over here? Alrighty, awesome. And look, and y'all have one right here, okay? Awesome. Alrighty. Now that y'all have this passed out, hold on. We have a question, Maddox? Yes. Okay, wait, let's listen. We're going to read it. Hold on. Alright, so we've got the story. So what I'm going to do is listen, whenever I read a sentence, y'all as a class are going to read the same sentence I just read back to me. So y'all have to pay attention and y'all have to follow along, okay? Can we do that? So everybody's got a piece of paper they can read? Yes? Alright. Awesome. Alright, I'm starting, so everybody watch. Let's listen and follow along with your finger. Okay, the Frog Prince. In a faraway land, a princess was enjoying the cool evening breeze outside her family's castle. Y'all's turn. Y'all read the same sentence. Good job. Okay, she had with her a small golden ball, which she loved to play with as a way to relax. Good job. On one particular toss, she threw it so high in the air that she lost track of it, and the ball went rolling towards a spring. On one particular toss, sobbing in despair and wished for her toy to return to her.
The princess began smiling in despair and wished for her toy to return to her.
Then a small frog popped out from the spring. What's wrong?
A small frog popped out of the spring.
Good job. What's wrong, beautiful princess? Asked the frog.
What's wrong? Said the princess.
The princess wiped away her tears and said, "My favorite golden ball is gone, and nothing I do will bring it back."
The princess wiped away her tears and said, "My favorite golden ball is gone, and nothing I do will bring it back."
The frog tried his best to comfort the princess and assured her that he could retrieve the ball if she would grant him just one favor.
The frog tried his best to comfort the princess and assured her that she could retrieve the ball if she would.
Good job. "Anything I will give you, all my jewels and handfuls of gold," explained the princess.
"Anything I will give you, all my jewels and handfuls of gold."
The frog explained that he had no need for riches and only wanted a simple kiss from her in return.
The frog explained that he had no need for riches and only wanted a simple kiss from her.
The thought of kissing a slimy frog made the princess shudder, but in the end she agreed as she really loved her golden ball.
The thought of kissing a slimy frog made the princess shudder, but in the end she agreed as she really loved her golden ball.
Good job. Without much effort, the agile frog jumped back into the spring and located the golden ball.
Without much effort, the angled frog jumped back into the spring and located the golden ball.
In a blink of an eye, the frog had retrieved the ball and returned it to the princess.
In a blink of an eye, the frog returned the ball to the princess.
Keeping her word, the princess kissed the frog.
Keeping her word, the princess kissed the frog.
Suddenly, the ground began to rumble, and a haze of smoke filled the air.
Suddenly, the ground began to rumble.
Good job. Okay, to the princess's surprise, the frog was really a handsome prince trapped by an evil witch's curse.
To the princess's surprise, the frog was really a handsome prince trapped by an evil witch's curse.
Good job. Her kiss had freed the prince from a lifetime of pain and misery.
Her kiss had freed the prince from a lifetime of pain and misery.
The prince and princess became great friends and eventually wed in a beautiful ceremony by the spring.
The prince and princess became great friends and eventually wed in a beautiful ceremony by the spring.
Good job. Y'all are awesome. All right, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making our 5 W's math. So let's say our 5 W's again. Who?
What,
When, where, and why. All right, so I'm going to make my map up here, and I'm going to make my map a star, because I love stars.
Me too.
And in the middle, I'm going to put
I love stars.
the
frog prince.
the frog prince. Sorry.
The frog prince.
Oh, good job.
The frog prince.
Alrighty, so the frog prince. And we're going to put 5 W's. Okay? So what's the first W? Who? What's the next one? What? Where, and why. Good job. Where and why. All right, good job. So, who's the Frog Prince about? Who's the 2 main characters? Leo?
The princess and the frog.
Good job. The princess and the frog. And what does the frog turn into?
A
A prince. All right, so we're going and we're going to put the frog, and in parentheses, we're going to put Prince. All right, good job. So what's this story about? What happened? Chastity?
The princess kissed the frog and he turned into a handsome.
That is true, but what happened before that? Blake?
She lost her golden ball.
Good job. All right, so this story is about the princess losing her golden ball, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to write that in this triangle. Golden ball. All right, and when did this story take place? Who knows when it took place? Maddox?
It took in a castle.
In a castle? Well, that would be where, but when did it take place?
In the
Do you remember?
outside.
Outside? That would be where too. So let's read the first sentence again. In a faraway land, a princess was enjoying the cool evening breeze. So when was this? In the evening. Good job. So it took place in the evening. And let's read the first sentence again. In a faraway land, a princess was enjoying the cool evening breeze outside her family's castle. So where did it take place?
Outside.
It took outside where? Outside where?
In the family castle.
So a faraway land outside the family castle, right?
Yes,
So faraway land. And by the families outside the family's castle, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Good job. All right, and why was this story told? Was it to inform us, to explain something to us, or to entertain us? Good job, to entertain us. Y'all are awesome. So now we know the 5 W's. We know what a 5 W's map looks like, and now y'all are going to listen to me read the 3 little pigs. And then y'all are going to get in partners and y'all are going to be able to do the 5 W's map by yourself, okay? The 3 little pigs, yes, Sean did.
No, another why question for the
What is it?
Why did the frog ask the prince to kiss?
And why is it? Do you know the answer? What is it?
So he's home back to
To a prince. Good job. Why was he not a prince? Why was he a frog?
because evil witch had a prince.
Good job, because the evil witch cursed him, huh? Yes, Cassidy.
There's a book about, it's like the 3 little pigs,
Yes.
but it's about a wolf telling the story.
About a wolf telling
Yeah,
a
the
story?
wolf, we just read it a couple weeks
Y'all
ago.
just did? That's
And,
awesome.
and this is what they said. The pig is fat as a doornail.
What? That is so silly. Well, that's good that y'all just read that. So you already know the story of the 3 little pigs, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you want to listen to this one? Okay, absolutely.
He
We
said
will.
he didn't try to build a
She knows
He
he
didn't act like some sugar, but he wants to leave.
Sean Darius.
Alrighty, okay, so I'm going to read this to you, okay? So you're going to pay attention. Alright, the 3 little pigs. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs who went out into the big world to build their homes and seek their fortunes. The first little pig did not like to work at all. He quickly built himself a house of straw. You see the little 3 pigs? Yeah. So they're going out, huh? On their own. They're being adults, huh? Making themselves houses. Alright, so then off he danced down the road to see how his brother were getting along. And as he danced, he sang, I built my house of straws, I built my house of hay, I toot my flute, I don't give a hoot, and play around all day. So there he is, dancing around, going to his brother's house. The second little pig was building himself a house too. He did not like to work any better than his brother, so he had decided to build a quick and easy house of sticks. So there's his house of sticks right there. Y'all see it? All right. Soon it was finished too. It was not a very strong little house, but at least the work was done. Now the second little pig was free to do what he liked. He liked to do was to play his fiddle and dance. So while the first little pig tooted his flute, the second little pig sawed away on his fiddle and dancing as he played. And as he danced, he sang, I built my house of sticks, I built my house of twigs, with a hey diddle diddle, I play my fiddle and dance all kinds of jigs. Y'all see him dancing with his brother? So then off danced the two little pigs down the road together to see how their brother was getting along. Now the third little pig was a sober little pig. He was building a house too, but he was building his bricks. He did not mind hard work. He wanted a stout little, strong little house, for he knew that in the woods nearby there lived a big bad wolf who liked nothing better than to catch little pigs and eat them up. So slap, slosh, slap, away he worked, laying bricks and smoothing mortar between them. You see the big bad wolf? He does. He is wearing pants, huh? All right, so far, who's the story about? And now who else, too? The wolf. Good job. Do we know where they're at yet?
No.
They're near the woods, huh?
Yeah.
That's where we know so far. And do we know when this took place? It was once upon a time, right?
I know it.
Once upon a time? All right, so ha ha ha, laughed the first little pig. When he saw his brother hard at work, ho ho ho, laughed the second little pig. Come down and play with us, he called. But the busy little pig did not pause. Slap, slosh, slap, when the brick on mortar as he called down to them. I build my house of stones, I build my house of bricks. I have no chance to sing and dance, for work and play don't mix. Ho, 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 ha, 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 laughed the two lazy little pigs, dancing along to the tune of the fiddle and the flute. So you see, he's hard at work, huh, while his brothers are playing? Yeah. They are, huh? They are being lazy. You can laugh and dance and sing, their busy brother called after them, but I'll be safe and you'll be sorry when the wolf comes to the door. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho, laughed the two little pigs again, and they disappeared into the woods, singing a merry tune. So there's the wolf, huh? He's hiding. Kinda is, huh?
Trying to catch little pigs.
Are they?
Scary.
All right. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? The big bad wolf. The big bad wolf. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Tra la 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 la. Just as the first pig reached his door, out of the woods popped the big bad wolf. The little pig squealed with fright and slammed the door. Little pig, let me in, cried the wolf. Not by the hair on my chin, 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 said the little pig. Good job. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down, roared the wolf. And he did. He blew the little straw house all to pieces. Away raced the little pig to his brother's house of sticks. No sooner was he in the door when knock, 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 there was the big bad wolf. But of course the little pigs would not let him in. See the pig running? It is. Good job. I'll fool those little pigs, chuckled the big bad wolf to himself. Then he said out loud, those little pigs are too smart for me. I'm going home. Do you think he really goes? No, he doesn't, huh? He started off towards the deep woods, but he did not go far. He hid behind a big tree. Soon the door opened and the two little pigs peeked out. There was no wolf in sight. What do you think happens?
The
wolf comes back and blows the house down. Let's see. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho, laughed the two little pigs. We fooled him. Then they danced around the room singing gaily. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? The big bad wolf, the big bad wolf. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Tra la la la. Soon there came another knock at the door. It was the big bad wolf again, but he had covered himself with a sheep skin and was curled up in a big basket looking like a little lamb. Do you think they'll think that's a lamb, or you think they'll know it's the wolf?
It's the wolf.
All right, let's see.
The lamb can't be black.
You're right. All right, so who's there? Called the second little pig. I'm a poor little sheep with no place to sleep. Please open the door and let me in, said the big bad wolf in a sweet little voice. The little pig peeked through a crack of the door, and he could see the wolf's big black paws and large sharp fangs. Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin. You can't fool us with that sheepskin, said the second little pig. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down, cried the angry old wolf. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed and he blew that little twig house all to pieces. Away raced the two little pigs straight to the third little pig's house of bricks. Don't worry, said the third little pig to his two frightened little brothers. You are safe here. Soon they were all singing galley. This made the big bad wolf perfectly furious. Now by the hair of my chitty chin chin, he roared, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. The big bad wolf huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed, but he could not blow the house down, that little house of bricks down. How could he get in? At last he thought of the chimney. So up he climbed quietly. Then with a snarl, down he jumped, right into a kettle of boiling water. Ouch, how did that hurt, huh? Yeah, I bet it did. With a yelp of pain, he sprang straight up the chimney again and raced away from that little house as fast as he could. You think he went back to that little house?
No.
Probably not. The three little pigs spent their time in the strong little brick house singing and dancing merrily, and the big bad wolf never came back again. Good job. That was a good story, huh?
They thought they were going to be afraid of the three.
Yes, and that he wasn't, huh? The third little pig wasn't afraid of the wolf because he knew he built a strong enough house, huh? Good job. And he was still nice to his two brothers even after they were mean to him, right? Good, yes, that's exactly what happened. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to pass out a sheet of blank piece of paper for y'all, and you're going to do the 5 W's by yourself, okay? You can make your map however you'd like. I made mine out of a star, but you can make it in any design you want. You can use your colors and your markers. And as long as I can read the 5 W's, that's all I want, okay? But you can get into a partner, but you're going to make your own maps. And with your partner, you're just going to make sure that if y'all both have a different who or a different what or a different where, that y'all can discuss it. And if you need to use the book, you can to decide the answer, and then both of y'all come up with the same answer, okay? Are we good with that? All right, awesome. All right, y'all did good.